coming heavy with the no-nonsense sound. Ain't no filters, we break the mold. Stories hidden, swept away, now they're getting told. Spotlights hit, the tension pops. We ain't here for nothing but the real damn drops. We're busting bubbles, taking names, cussing and discussing, changing the game. No smoke, no mirrors, no curtain calls. Piss on the fire and call the dogs. Steel chairs, chord stairs, backstage heat. Legends fall when we bring that beat. Voices sharp, we cut right through. Best damn team, yeah, you know it's true. We ain't your daddy's play-by-play. We call it raw, we're here to stay. From bell to bell, win or lost. Shoot, don't care who signs the checks or calls the boss. Putting out fires, taking names, cussing and discussing, fueling the flames. Standing tall when the last bell call. Piss on the fire and call the dogs.
Hello, wrestling fans. I want to thank you all for joining us for another electrifying and exciting edition of Cussin Discussin, episode 90, my friend.
90.
We
Wow.
made it to 90. We're live tonight.
Almost to the century mark.
Live tonight on the Cussin Discussin Facebook page, the Cussin Discussin YouTube page, and the Elevate Pro Wrestling Facebook page. Do us a huge favor, though. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Do whatever you got to do. Tell your in-laws, your outlaws, ex-family members. It don't matter. Spread the word and get them in here. Got a good show tonight.
I'm excited for this one. I really am.
And this is one that I wanted to do a couple weeks ago, but his schedule didn't line up with our schedule, didn't line up with his schedule. And tonight we called him. He is here. That is someone that I've been looking forward to. You know, you talk about the Rhodes family, the Funks, Erics. You talk about all those great lineages, the Inoue family. But this time we're talking a little closer to home.
Well, this is not just a lineage family like the Rhodeses or the Inoue. This is a legendary family.
Right. This family goes back to the late teens, early 20s. The Welch, Golden, Fuller.
You're looking at
family.
over a century of wrestling legends in this family.
That's it. And we're talking about the golden child, Evan Golden. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Sir, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you very much.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, man. It's great to be here.
So, Evan, I mean, we've seen you with EPW on multiple occasions at this point.
Yeah.
We know that you do some other work in and around Tennessee, North Carolina. I don't know you. I know you've probably worked in Georgia and just about everywhere in the South, Southeast, and you come from what we've now discussed as a legendary family, starting off essentially with Roy Welch, Herb Welch, Buddy Fuller, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller, Colonel Rob Parker, real name Rob Fuller, Robert Fuller. Your uncle, Jimmy Golden, was Bunkhouse Buck. Your father is Eddie Golden, and now you.
Yes, that is correct.
What really, I mean, what does it mean to be a part of that Welch, Fuller, Golden family lineage?
Well, to be completely honest, I mean, it's certainly an honor, to start with. That's the word that often goes into my mind whenever I think about it, because, yes, everybody has their own family, and a lot of people love their family and are proud of their bloodline and their family,
Right.
So I'm just like anybody else, but there is a certain feeling that I get when I look back on my family or see them in person. It's very much a special feeling in that, they've paved so much of this road, and now it's my turn to keep paving the concrete. It's like the coolest feeling. And so I feel honored. I feel special, and I feel proud. I think that's another word that I'd like to say is I'm very proud. So, and it's been such a fun journey getting to move those names forward, move my journey forward, and it's awesome. I'm very proud.
So on that note, tell me what's the hardest part about carrying a name with that much history?
Oh, you know what, man? The hardest part is that there's almost like this invisible expectation of you. It's the weirdest thing. You know, you show up somewhere and, you know, everybody acts normal, but when you're in the ring, you can almost feel in the air that there's some sort of like there's an extra pair of eyes thinking, let's compare him. Let's see if he's just like his old man. Let's see if he's like his family. And nobody will say anything about it, but you could just tell that people are thinking about it, and that's a good thing. You know, that makes sense. But you know, sometimes you get the feeling of you're letting people down. It's almost like, you know, I hope I'm not, you know, ruining anybody's expectations. But so I would say that that's a challenge, is people comparing and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. I mean, obviously to a lesser extent, but it happens in a lot of families where you know, they look at you and they go, "Well, you know, you're all right. Your daddy was a great guy," and you're like, oh, "God, you know, why do I get all right?
I get all right, and Dad was great."
But I mean, that happens in a lot of families. I guess it's in the scope of things. You know, you probably sometimes feel like you're under a microscope.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. That's actually a really good. It's like it feels like I'm under a microscope sometimes, but fortunately, I've been able to move forward and kind of get that out of my brain when I'm wrestling. I don't really pay that too much attention anymore. But towards the beginning, I was like, dude, I feel like everybody's watching. You know?
So for anyone watching, meeting you for the first time, who is the Golden Child?
Well, the Golden Child is, I feel like, I mean, personally, I feel like I've been on a great stride on the independent wrestling scene. I'm someone who stays busy and someone who's, gosh, really driven to do a great job. Like I said, I've been trying to keep on this family legacy, but I'm also someone who loves being myself. So if I'm just now meeting someone, I'll tell them I'm probably busy wrestling and love what I do. So that would be my introduction.
When you step through the curtain, what part of you is Evan and what part of you is the Dynasty?
Well, you know what? That's a good question. And you know what's kind of weird? I feel like when I walk through the curtain, I'm still just me. It's the weirdest thing. I feel it's actually kind of hard to explain. I don't even really know. A lot of people ask me like, "Hey, Evan, you know, what's your character? What do you do? Like what's?" And to be honest, it's just me. I go out there and you know, some towns really like me, and some really don't. But it's like either way, I'm just kind of being myself, and I think that's kind of cool, to be honest. It makes things easier for me, I'll tell you that much. I don't think I could put on a mask or anything or face paint. So
I mean, we've called what, probably five, six, I don't know,
matches.
We've called several matches for you at this point, and you just bring an insane energy to the ring. It's and I can tell you have fun. You know, that's something that.
Thank you for saying that, because you know I really do, man. I have the time of my life. I go out there and really enjoy myself, and the fact that you guys can notice that, I mean that's cool, man.
Well, I mean, we as fans, not from a commentary perspective, but as fans, we like to see a guy have fun. You know, if you have fun, then we're having fun, and to watch you, you know, do your thing and get fired up. It brings a joy, and you can see it in the fans' faces. You feel it in yourself. And it's from what I remember about your family. And we talked about this, I remember the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller. I remember Colonel Rob Parker, Bunkhouse Buck. I remember these guys, and they were great wrestlers. They were extremely great wrestlers in the ring They were great outside the ring when they were, Rob Parker was one of the best at cutting just a slashing promo.
Yeah.
But the energy that you bring is totally different.
Yeah.
And I know it's a generational thing to a point, but it's also, I think it's not a disconnect between generations.
Yeah.
It's now you're just being you.
Yeah.
And we can feel that. I want you to know that the fans feel that.
Well, you know what? That makes my day, seriously, because when it kind of goes back to that other question you were asking about what it's like. When I first started, I was a nervous wreck. I was like, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna have to. I mean, there was a point I was like, I might have to wear jeans. I mean, I might have to put on cowboy boots. I might have to. I even tried to make my gear look like my dad's. I did everything. And one of the best things that happened to me is one day my dad sat down with me because I was telling him some idea. I was like, hey, I'll go out there and do this like you used to, and I'll wear this like he used to. And I remember he said, it was like a career changing conversation. He was like, son, I don't want to see you go out there and be a carbon copy of me. He was like, there's 30 years worth of all of us wrestling. I think what the people would want to see is you, Evan Golden, go out there and be yourself. And I think that was the moment that everything sort of clicked for me of like, you know what, I could go out there and be a copy and paste of them, which would be good because they were all wonderful wrestlers, like you said. And my dad, that's just one of the greatest of all time. But like, I think that's what made me feel better. I was like, you know what, him taking that weight off my shoulders and telling me himself, like, I want to see you be yourself, that changed everything. And that's why when, I appreciate you bringing that up, because I feel like that's when I started to be myself and have my own energy, is when he told me that. Because before, oh my gosh, I was worried sick. I was like, I'm gonna have to go out there with a bullwhip, and I don't look good in a cowboy hat like you, man. I
You a
can't
beach
pull
nut
it
in the corner of your mouth and a cowboy hat. Yeah. I mean, so we got to fit parts of Tennessee Stud in here, and we got to fit parts of Colonel Rob, and we got to fit parts of that, and we got God is too much. I see that.
I think this sums it up. Ashley says Evan's the best. He is the energy.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So what's and you've probably touched on this already in your response, but what's the one thing people assume about you because of your name, your family lineage, that is completely wrong?
I think that the number one thing that, and it's so funny because I would have gotten this more from Bunkhouse Buck, my uncle, than my dad. A lot of people will assume that in the ring I'm like a brawler. They'll be like, I mean, I've literally met people that are like, are you gonna beat that guy up? Like, are you gonna they'll be like, are you gonna kick him and stuff? Like, what are you gonna do? And there's parts of my wrestling that I'll brawl a little bit, and I've had plenty of occasions in the ring with the Kazanas, for example, where we're gonna go out in the crowd and we're gonna beat each other up. It's gonna go down. We're gonna into smithereens, but that's not who I really like. I always want to do my best, and I always want to have a great match. But I think a lot of people expect me to go out there and really, wrestle that sort of style where I try to be a little bit more, I wouldn't say modern, but just, I think there's more to that for me than just going out there and, wrestling a brawler style. And I think that's always been the number one assumption. And I would say that's wrong. I don't really wrestle like that. So
you show a multifaceted style. I mean, you have, it's always up energy. It's high energy, high octane.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's little pieces of brawler. There's pieces of that in-ring technician. There's pieces of the high flyer, and we see that multifaceted style come out in you, and it is not. There's reminiscent moments of some of your family, but it's not a carbon copy. And I for one am always here for it.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, that's one of the biggest compliments I could get, man. Because that's also just one of my biggest personal things is I don't want to be like one sort of what's it called, like a one trick pony or something.
Yeah.
That's I'm glad you said that, man. That I'm glad it's paying off.
Did you feel pressure when you were young to wrestle, or was it something that you chose? How did that come about?
Well, you know what? I was always on the road. When I was like 3 or 4 years old, I was already in the car with my old man. We were going from town to town. It was one of the weirdest childhoods. I remember I'd leave school and we would go straight on the road, and so I was always around the business my whole life. But the best part about it is I don't ever think I ever had a feeling from my family or my dad that said you need to wrestle or I'm going to be disappointed. If anything, he probably would have rather me not. There were so many times he'd tell me, "Oh, son, just don't do it. You're going to feel horrible, and just go make
Go to
money
college."
elsewhere."
Yeah.
Go to college. Go do things that are good for your body and stuff. But I made the decision, and it's not like when I made the decision, he was happy about it. It's not like he was upset, but I think there would have been a part of him if I didn't start wrestling. He would have been like, "Oh, well, then that's okay," and that's a good thing. It would have been weird if he was like really pressuring me really hard,
Yeah.
So I got lucky to have a supportive dad. So
Sting 710.
That
Three of
ain't,
my
that
favorite
ain't
people.
Sting. I know who that is.
Who is it?
You know who that is.
I can't see the picture from
It's
here.
Professor Bear.
Oh, that's Bear.
Yeah.
we love
Remember him?
Bear, man.
Him and Simp, we beat him.
Him and Samp. I'm sorry.
We beat them a couple weeks ago for the WrestleMania Tag Team Turmoil 2 Championship.
Yeah, we are.
That's right. That's right.
I still haven't got my title, Bear.
I don't know where the must have got lost in the mail.
Evan's sitting here with title. Speaking of, go ahead and give us a little rundown on that title you're packing there. That heavy chunk of gold.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, it is nice. This is the New World Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. I know you guys, you probably don't want to talk about it, but Johnny Poke has been retired.
Anything.
I hate to say it, but he's done, and I was unfortunately the one who it was his decision. He wanted to go out, and it's what he wanted to do and go out with me. But it's a special thing that I've had the privilege to have like chances to have many matches for championships, but winning this one the way it happened, knowing that Johnny went out of wrestling, and New World Wrestling, as is a up and coming new promotion. It's still fairly new, so there's something different about this one. But me and Johnny had a fantastic match, and that's all I can say about it. And we love Johnny, by the way.
Yes.
I'm glad that I was able to accept his award on his behalf that night.
Absolutely.
We've called a lot of matches for Johnny Poke over the years, and we actually first met Johnny.
It was at our first show.
Yeah, at our first show
for Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Yeah,
let me say it that way.
Yeah,
back in July of 2024 down in Welch, Kentucky. Yeah.
Johnny is a tremendous athlete. It saddens me that he chose to hang it up, but at the same time, I'm happy that he's happy. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel about it. And at first, I was almost like, I almost felt like, Johnny, what are you doing? What do you mean this is your last match? Why me? What's all this about? And he just kind of explained to me his mindset about it. And to be honest, it made me happy, because me and Johnny, we used to wrestle. It's funny about the brawling, that he's the one who's probably made me the most a lot like my Uncle Jimmy as far as wrestling, because we used to beat each other up like bad news, man. Back in SPCW, I mean, we would come out of our matches just completely beat up. And so that he's one of those people that he'll bring a fight out of you, and that's unique in this day and age. So
it really is. So we actually couple months back, we done our year-end awards, which had been delayed for a month because of weather and other issues.
That's right.
Johnny had won an award, Elevate Pro Wrestling Next Level Award for Return of the Year.
Yeah.
And he had retired just the night before.
Isn't that something, man? It's and when I saw the award, I read it and saw Return of the Year, and it brought a tear, literally a tear to my eye. I was like, Return of the Year. I mean, it shows how quick things can stop for you, man. I mean, but we love Johnny, and fortunately he's okay. But it's just like, it's just crazy how fast things can change,
You actually, I went to the back and I was asking, hey, who in here speaks to Johnny regularly or knows him sort of in a more personal manner? And I said, I need someone to come out and accept this award for him. And you were the first one to jump up, and you're like, you know what? I will come out and accept that award on his behalf, and I'll make sure he gets it. Being that you were his last match, it was for that title.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to be the one to accept that award on his behalf and get it to him. What was that feeling like? I mean, for someone who you obviously have a extreme amount of respect for.
Oh yeah, I love and respect Johnny almost like no other. He's one of the few people that I can say I genuinely have just full respect for. And that weekend was it was a Johnny weekend, man. It was like, that Friday, Thursday or Friday, I had been told, like, we're thinking Johnny's done. He's wanting to retire and he's wanting to go out with you. So that made me emotional just hearing the news. And then we had the match, which was like a barn burner match. And then, but the whole time in the back of my mind, I was just thinking, this is it. Like, I'm never going to wrestle Johnny again. And then, we came to EPW literally the next night for Reckoning, and everybody there was talking about it. They were like, so Johnny's done? And I was like, it's what he wanted. And some people were, some people were like, how could you, Evan? And I was like, no, this is what he wanted. His career wasn't on the line. It's just what he wanted. But no, it was an emotional weekend. And I think, honestly, the most emotional part was accepting his award, because just the whole, we just had the match. It was a Return of the Year award, which again, like, that's crazy, that he had just, came back, because it did feel like he had just came back to keep a full-time thing going, and then injuries and stuff kind of built up. But it was an emotional weekend, but it was also a total honor to accept the award for him. I literally was standing there thinking, I'm so happy that I'm the one doing this for him, because I love Johnny. I don't know if I said that yet. I love Johnny, and everyone else should love Johnny too.
Absolutely.
We do.
Who was the first person outside of the family that believed in you as far as professional wrestling?
Oh, outside of the family.
Outside of the family.
There's a few different people that I met growing up that, it's kind of funny how things take shape. There's a couple of people in high school that I met that were like, you'd be like a good wrestler or something. Yeah. And they didn't even know that I'm a part of this family. They're just like, you seem like you're an entertaining person. I was in theater class in high school, and a lot of those people, they would tell me, like, you should just, you're good at this theater stuff, but you should do like pro wrestling. And the whole time I'm just thinking to myself, like, I could literally, that makes way much more sense than you realize. But no, I've had a lot of people. I've had a lot of people in my day that I've met over the years that have been very supportive of me. I have a very supportive girlfriend. That's hard to find these days in this business. So, this is business. The business takes a toll on you, and you're on the road a lot. And she's always had my back. I've had a lot of great buddies from school that I, met in high school that still text me to this day saying, you're doing such a great job at this wrestling thing, man. And it's always good to hear that from people that aren't in the business, because that means they're like watching what I'm doing and still enjoying it. And so there's been a few people that I like to keep in contact with, and it's good to hear that they're enjoying my journey too, because it's like a little bit of a different taste. They're not a part of my family. They don't
Right.
watch wrestling all the time. So it's good to hear from people like that. So
Oh, absolutely.
and there are, there's people like Johnny too that, he's not he wasn't a part of my family, but he's the kind of person I can text and ask for some advice or something. And you know, so there's a lot of people, a lot of my dad's old friends too. They're probably the biggest example of people I could message and say, hey, I need help with this, and they'll gladly be there. And so, people that he used to wrestle with. So there's really, really good things and that I could reach out to for support. So,
Yeah. Ashley commented here, I'll forever support you.
Yeah, see, that's what it's all about right there, brother.
That's
And
it. That is it.
and again, like I said too, just like just last weekend, my dad's old tag team partner, he was running a show and I was on his show, and he's like Stan Lee. I don't know if you guys remember Stan or no
Yeah, I know what you're
Stan.
talking about.
But yeah, he's one of those people I can go up and ask a question and he'll just be like, oh well, here's it's cool to have people like that in your circle.
It is.
So
It is.
Speaking of, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given from a veteran?
oh man, that's a good question. I feel like I'm still learning and still getting to know a lot of veterans. I feel like things have been so fresh that I feel like this year is the first year that I've actually been able to talk to veterans. I think one of the best things I've been told is Ricky Morton once told me, he said, you are a very different and colorful personality. He was like, don't ever hide that. He said, he told me, he was like, this business is all about talking right now. He said, talking, and you guys know all about that. Talking in this business is so important. He's like, do not be quiet. He was like, keep talking. He's like, he said, whatever you do, just keep running your mouth, keep talking about stuff. He's like, I think that's what's going to be good for you. And that's always stuck with me. I feel like that's just tremendous advice from Ricky. So it's a good one.
Funny, he got his best advice from Ricky Morton, and so did I.
Yeah.
Well, he'll do that to you.
That's neither here. And my piece of advice from Ricky Morton was this, and I quote: "Go up there and kick his ass if you have to, and get your money back." But
Yeah.
I won't go into who that was about or where. But hey, and in the same sentence, Barbarian told me, if you need help, scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah,
That's perfect,
you've got Mike has an issue with someone in the business, and he goes to he doesn't even ask them. He's just talking to Ricky Morton and Barbarian, who are sitting side by side at this point. He's going up to talk to him, and I'm standing on his, on Mike's left, and he goes up, and immediately Ricky goes into this spiel about, I know what you're going through. I understand the situation. Go up there and kick his ass. And Barb goes, and holler at me if you need help. And, I mean, like, if Barbarian says he's going to help you,
he's going to help.
The dude that you're mad at is screwed, right?
No, I was about to say, if you ever want to intimidate someone, just take Barbarian with you. Go take him down a dark alley with you. That'll make someone run off.
Funniest moment ever happened, and I'll tell this one, but we were up at a convention in Ohio. I won't say which one. Goes along hand in hand, but and I brought my replica U.S. tag title, and Barb was one of the last people to hold the NWA United States tag titles in WCW. Right. And Barb signs it, and Haku's there with him, and Haku just takes the belt and signs it. And somebody said, Haku didn't sign the belt. I said, you tell him not to sign it. Yeah, I ain't telling him.
He never held the title, but he signed it. You tell him he can't sign it. I'm
not going to be the one to do that. And it was funny because we're going to take the picture with the belt, and I hand it to Barb. I'm like, here, hold on to this. You hold it while we take the picture. He drapes it over my shoulder and slaps it and said, you're the champion now. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Two guys you don't argue with.
No, don't argue with him. That's the best advice you can give anybody right there.
Hey, Caitlin, how are you?
Caitlin Smith joining us. How are you?
So
Go ahead.
speaking of advice, learning, and you said, you feel like you're still learning, you're still kind of raising your level.
Sure.
What was the hardest lesson you learned early on?
To be completely honest, I've always felt like I've had a knack for being out in front of crowds, so that wasn't really a hard thing for me. I don't know why. I feel like I was able to just kind of go out there and adapt to people, and so that wasn't so much of a challenge for me. But I do think that one of the biggest things for me was really learning to do not take anything for granted. Don't, we get to be in this business and it's a privilege to be in this business. And I think
Indeed.
since I've been around it my whole life, I mean, literally since I was an infant, I was at the shows. So, I mean, I think there was a part of me that, needed to wake back up and say, hey, hold on, like, I've been around this forever, but I'm in it now. So just because I'm used to being around all this stuff doesn't mean that I should, take anything for granted. And I feel like that wasn't hard to learn, but I started to realize it about a couple years in, like, hold on a minute, I've been around these people and I've been around all these shows all these years, but I have a responsibility now to, do this on my own and, carry this legacy. So I think realizing that, we shouldn't take anything for granted, that hit me, and I've not looked back. I've been like, this is such a privilege, so
I think
it,
I think that kind of goes right back to that, the situation with Johnny Pope before Reckoning. And Caitlin said, I think the highlights of the Reckoning show was Evan carrying my poster around. Yeah. So
I think
that
it
was a
said
good
something,
poster, by the way. We
it
need
said
more
something about
posters like
skiving.
yeah. It said something a little on the derogatory side about Sky.
I think it said he sucked.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I think it did. I'll tell you what, though, that whole building loved it. Thank you for making that sign.
That's it. Go ahead.
So what does the name Golden mean, aside from the family lineage? What does it mean to you?
Well, to me, I mean, one of the things is like, I feel it means, it means honor, it means proudness, it means that I get to, like I was saying about being privileged, like I feel like I get to have the privilege to carry on this name. But there's a lot of different words about it. I mean, responsibility, there's a responsibility, there's a lot of different things. Proudness is the one word I'll always, though, put with the family name. And I also love, because I love my family. I love my family to death. And a lot of people too, we'll talk all about the wrestling and stuff, but there's also the side where I love spending time with my dad. I love, my family. And so the Golden name to me means, I'm proud, I'm responsible to carry that on, but also love my family and I love who we are. And so that's what I think of about it.
So tell me, who influenced your in-ring style the most?
Well,
I mean, not necessarily from family. It could be anyone.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
Well, most of my moves that I do and most of the mannerisms that I have, they were granted to me from Easy Money, who you may remember from ECW and WCW. A lot of what I do was taught to me and very graciously given to me by him. And so, if there's any fans of him out there, they'll tell you that if you watch me, you're seeing a lot of him and just the moves and just posture and pose. So he was definitely a very big influence on the way that, you were talking about energy. That's a lot of that is taught to me by him. So that's definitely an example. A lot of my dad's old buddies too. I grew up watching them, and I'll take things from them that I've seen my whole life. But Easy Money definitely is one for sure.
I'm glad you said that, because now I'm pulling that back around in my head and I'm going, oh, that makes sense now. But I was sitting here when you were talking about getting advice from Ricky. I was sitting here thinking, you know, his upbeat, that high energy, high octane feeling, that's very Ricky Morton-ish. You know, it's very much Ricky and Robert had that same sort of feeling, and it even into the color schemes of your you know, your ring gear. It feels very Ricky Robert, and it also feels very Sean and Marty, you know. So I mean that upbeat energy, that constant sort of you know, high octane feeling when you're in the ring. But now you mention Easy, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I'm glad you see it, man. It's there. He really made that clear. Like, you know, and like you were saying earlier, how you guys can feel it. That's another piece of advice I got from him is everybody, you know, if you're out there and they're falling asleep, well, you're probably making them fall asleep. So, you know, maybe you're sleepwalking in there.
So, what is of your repertoire? What's the one move that you hit that always gets that crowd to pop, even when they are, you know, say you're having an off night, your opponent's having an off night, and you hit this one moment, and the crowd just comes alive?
You know what? I think that there's a couple of things that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick this up and do this right now. And it usually works. The number one thing I would say that always gets people going, hey, you know, that was great, is usually the middle rope blockbuster. That is, I will do a blockbuster off the middle rope. And for some reason, you're always going to get like a mixture of, whoa, like, you know, that was awesome. And then you'll also get a mixture of, ow, like that looked like it hurt. Because a couple of those, they don't look so clean. They look a little nasty, you know. So the middle rope blockbuster, another move that was given to me by Easy Money's the pendulum of pain. That's where you basically, I'm trying to explain it. You basically put them in a rocking horse and you lift them up and swing them back and forth. That's usually something I'll do that always immediately gets a reaction. That one's kind of hard to explain. I guess the best way I would describe that's like a rocking horse, and then you know, my finisher, the afterburner. But that's inevitable. That's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, what's a move that you're working on maybe adding?
You know what? I'm thinking about doing the slingshot suplex. Seriously, like I know that's old school, Tully Blanchard, and you know what? I think I saw our good friend Kerry Morton do it a few weeks ago on video, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do that too, because that you don't see that much anymore. You know,
well, it's the simple things though. I mean, it's, you know,
that slingshot suplex has always been a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason, I always thought, God, that looks so good.
Yeah.
You know, even as a kid, I thought, man, that was phenomenal. And now as an adult, and I'm, you know, older and wiser, I look at it and I think that was so clean. It just,
it was.
But then there's I don't know. I would like to see you do that. I really would. I'd love to see you put that one in.
I saw the footage of Carrie doing it. And I was like, you know what? I thought about EPW. I was like, I could have done that in Skivin. Like, why did I not do that?
Why didn't you?
Well, now I will give you a warning though. Be careful taking any sort of you know, gleaning any information from Kerry Morton, because he did end a match in EPW with a Hulk Hogan leg drop,
and I wish we had it on video.
Yeah, and
I'm
sadly,
sure someone
that is
deleted
not
that
on
video.
video.
Maybe someone deleted the footage.
No, we were recording, and about 30 minutes in, it just all of a sudden stopped. And when I get home and I'm sitting down in production and trying to put this together, I'm like, oh boy.
The truth is, we were doing an outside venue.
It probably did. It did stop.
And at some point during, like, not even midway through the show, it was dark enough that we had people pulling their cars around and shining their headlights just to see what was going on in the ring. The people that we were doing the show for they had told us prior to the show, oh, there's lights, you'll be fine. There was no lights. So once the show gets dark, you know, I mean, Kerry Morton's match, it was completely black outside, completely dark.
He thought nobody could see him, so he probably
it was him and Brutus, and
him and Brutus in what was supposed to be, or what almost became the crowning of the inaugural Elevate Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
Wow.
But because of a situation with then manager for Brutus, 5-star Charlie Craig,
leave it to him to screw something
that got thrown out the window.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brutus could have been champion early on. Of course, Kerry Morton also could have been champion early on, and 5-star quality ruined it for both of them.
Well,
that's horrible. That's no surprise. That's no surprise at all. You know, but you know what? I've known Kerry for about 20 years. I guarantee you he wanted to do the leg drop and thought that it was dark enough that maybe nobody would notice. And I'll just do it now while nobody's watching. He probably thought nobody could see it. But you guys remember he did it, so he's exposed.
Oh, it will never leave. No, it will live
in the brain.
It will live for eternity in my brain, 100%.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
I was going to say, do you have any pre-match rituals, superstitions passed down through the family?
Yeah. So one of my things that, this is just one of the things that I've taken with me. My dad used to go outside and walk around. I don't know why, but before matches and a lot of times after the match too, you just kind of go outside and just, I don't know if he's getting some air or what, he's not a smoker, so he's not out there smoking or anything. So right. I think he would just go outside and just walk around. And that's kind of something I do before a match. Like if I've got some time that I don't need to be in gorilla position or whatever, I'll step outside for a minute. I think that's one thing that it's probably just I remember him doing that, and now I do it. Again, I don't know what it's all about, but I usually get that in. And I also like to stretch and drink water. And I've had a couple of matches where I probably should have stretched more. And you can pull something if you don't stretch. Let me tell you, guys. So I'll stretch, and but that's the kind of thing that I always try to do is just get in a good headspace, and I feel like going outside helps you do that too. So.
Yeah, being by yourself for just a few minutes to kind of get the blood flowing, let the brain do its thing, get you in the right headspace. I get that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's weird. I'll go in a bathroom stall. I'll just stay. I don't know what it is. Like just being alone for a minute and just getting in a headspace. It'll do the trick. And if anybody is watching that's wrestling, give it a shot. It sometimes it makes a difference.
So I'm gonna break this one down into two questions.
Go ahead.
What's the wildest thing you ever saw backstage as a kid? And now what's the wildest thing you've seen as a wrestler yourself?
Well, you know what? Speaking of Kerry Morton, I think the wildest thing I've ever seen backstage as a kid. I said, we were already talking about him, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up. And this won't make him look bad. It's the truth. It's what happened. When I was about 6 years old, Kerry had this wonderful idea. Because we're at this show, and I mean, our parents are out there wrestling, and what are we going to do? We can't wrestle, so we're just going to go run around. And we would run around backstage. We'd run around outside the building. And there's a lot of times that nobody really knew where we were because they're, Ricky's out. He's Ricky Morton, for God's sake. And then my dad's out there wrestling. And, so I remember he had this wonderful idea that we should go up into the crow's nest. You know what the crow's nest is in buildings, like the upper part?
Yeah.
He's like, let's go climb up into the crow's nest and get a better view of this show. I was like, and I don't even know, like, we were like 5 years old, and I don't know what he was thinking, but he was like, I guess to preface this story, it clearly looked dangerous. Like, I mean, it was one of those things, like, there was a ladder, and I was just like, because I remember at the time, I was one of those kids that was like, no, we're not doing this. And he was like, let's just climb up here and just, yeah, he was like, he was literally doing the thing of like, it'll be fine. No one will notice. It's okay. We won't get in any sort of trouble. And what
Kerry
happened
Norton was a bad influence.
Yeah, I'll say it here on the show. Kerry was a bad influence, and I love him, but yeah, I mean, he
We're
could
gonna
have
have to get him on the show now.
Yeah, well, just what happened is we went up. No, I didn't go up there. He went up there and fell out of it or something. Is what happened.
Gosh.
And it was the kind of thing where I'm pretty sure he maybe had to get stitches or something. I can't remember. You'll have to ask him. But he basically fell. He fell, and it was the kind of thing that people had to go find Ricky and say, "Hey, your son's badly hurt." And I was there. You should ask him about it because he I'm sure he remembers. I remember thinking, I can't believe he just got hurt, and then I could have been up there too.
Hey, listen, me and him have done some crazy things as kids. I mean, we used to take shotgun shells apart to get the gunpowder out.
Yeah, make our own firecrackers, right. And yeah, I mean,
we were dangerous.
We've blown up tree stumps with homemade firecrackers, with black powder, and I mean, yeah, we've done a lot of that stuff. But I mean, there was never a time when it wasn't both of us.
Yeah,
you know. There was never one of us going, maybe we shouldn't do this. We were both just gung-ho the whole time.
Do it or die.
Let me tell you, if I was gung-ho, I probably wouldn't be here right now alive. I mean, he was crazy. But here's the thing, like, I've also seen, things I probably shouldn't have seen, like you're in a locker room, but you're a kid, but like you're there. So you're just like, what's going on? But what was crazy is like, to me, it always just felt normal. Like I never thought anything about it. I was just like, that's whatever, man.
So what about in your career time period as a wrestler? What's the wildest thing you've seen?
The wildest thing I've seen? Oh man, let me think. Let me think. I'm trying to think because it's like I got some funny stories, but like I'm trying to think of like the most wildest thing. Well, let's see. I've seen AJ Kazana once walked in a room with no clothes on, and we were all just like, "Hey, where's your clothes?" And he's like, "Oh man, who cares?" And like just kept walking. And we were like, "Hey man, like put some clothes on, have some decency." But that's not the wildest thing I've seen. That's around the business. That's like Tuesday. But I'm just trying to think.
I've worked around coal mines. I understand this. Yeah. Guy walks in with nothing but his mining belt on, and behind the door when you come in is the company president standing there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was real impressive.
There it is.
I'm sure.
No, I'm trying to think.
No, it was not.
Yeah, well, again, like it's weird because that that would be the craziest thing in someone else's eyes, but like to me, I'm just like, well, let's go put on some pants, AJ.
Like
I'm trying to think though. I'm trying to think of the wildest thing I've seen. I'll let you know if I think of something because I mean I feel like I've seen so many crazy stuff I can't even put number one, man.
He said just another Tuesday, and now I can't get that. I seen a clip a while back of Jamie Foxx. The actor Jamie Foxx was talking about when he and Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio were shooting Django Unchained, and Leo was supposed to use a word that he shouldn't be saying, and he didn't want to do it. And Jamie kept trying to tell him, "Man, you're not you're this guy," and he says this word a lot. And then Samuel L. Jackson looked at him and said, "Just say it." The word that Samuel L. Jackson is the most well known for. It's just another Tuesday, So, for this guy, it's just another Tuesday.
That's it, man. Yeah, but you'll see some wild stuff in the business. You'll even see stuff like just somebody got hurt, and you'll be like, dude, like, where else am I going to see somebody walk back here bleeding like this or like walking like that? You'll see some things that you just wouldn't expect to see. And here's one. This is probably one of the weirdest. You guys made me think down the rabbit hole, and I think I remember one now.
Found one.
Yeah, so we were at this, and AJ Kazana was here at this one too, but he had his clothes on. But anyway, he we
Must
were
have
at
been
this
Wednesday.
show. We were at this show, and this woman came back to the back. Don't have no idea how she got back there, like no clue. And I want to say she's about 70 years old, and she was wearing like very revealing clothing.
Mm.
And she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know." This is so funny. She was like all of us are back here, and I don't know how she got in the back, but she goes, "Hey, I just want to let you all know that I'm Medusa." And we were like, "Oh, really?" And she was like, "I'm the Medusa, like from WCW." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Because it was not Medusa. Like it
Right.
was
Yeah.
not. It was clearly not the real Medusa. And AJ was like, "So you're the Medusa from back when?" And she was like, "I'm telling you, I am." And she's like, "If any of you guys want to go hang out, I'm ready to go." And we were like, "But you're not Medusa."
But you
It was the most random thing because I just can't, like, when I think back on it, I'm like, how did she get back here? Why is identity theft's no joke? What's going on? It was the weirdest thing. I wonder what she's up to.
the security guard believed she was Medusa. It's like, really? Yeah, go on back.
How old was the
Unfortunately,
security
there was
guard?
probably people there that, yeah, unfortunately, there's people there that probably thought it really was, but that
Yeah.
wasn't one of them. I said, "No, you're not." So,
So what's something from your childhood, a memory from your childhood that perfectly sums up life in wrestling?
oh, that's a good question. I mean, I feel like the biggest memory from my childhood that sums up my life is just the memories that I have of watching my dad come through the curtain. Like, just because I used to get so seriously, I would get so excited to watch my dad wrestle. I like, you know, I think a lot of people can get kind of just numb to it or used to it, or maybe they don't even like wrestling, so they're just like whatever. I used to love watching my dad wrestle and just seeing him come out the curtain with this personality and with, with some confidence, like a ton of confidence. I used to see that a million times and just think to myself, like, I really wish I could do that, like, right now. Like, I used to be like 10 and think, man, like, I wish I was coming out with him. Like, let's tag right now. So now that it's actually happening and a thing that's in effect, and I get to do that too, that sums it up for me because I just have so many memories of seeing that same thing over and over and just thinking I can't wait to maybe get a chance to do that one day. And now it's happening. And then that's my whole life right now. So I would say that's a memory for sure.
We'll we've got a ton of stuff here.
Yeah,
but we've talked a lot about your family, and I know you're making your way. You're doing things your way. So
Right.
we're not going to hang on the family a whole lot. So what's the goals that you have set for yourself in 2026?
Well, 2026 is going to be a good year for me because I feel like it's not necessarily like about accomplishments. It's not really about like going certain places or doing this, or to me, like, I feel like 2026 is going to be a good year because I feel now more in tune with myself than I ever have. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like, a couple of years ago when I was first getting started, I don't know, like, I felt like I thought I knew what I was all about, and I was almost getting a little ahead of myself where it was kind of like, hey, like, is this the version of Evan Golden you want to be? And like right now, I guess what I'm saying is like this version of me is like this my absolute favorite. I'm the most myself I've ever been. I've been actually putting in time to better my body and stuff and be in the best shape that I can be in. And I just feel like who I am right now is just like, and I'm sure I'll look back in the future and be like, oh, now I'm the man I'm supposed to be. But like right now, I truly feel like I'm just the best version of myself. Not like talent wise, just like, just like personality wise and just being true to myself.
On
So
a
I
personal
feel like,
level.
Right.
yeah, I feel like 2026 should be great as long as I keep doing that. There's obviously a lot of things I want to do. I want to be able to, make a TV debut within the next few years, and I've been able to do things kind of like that. But there's definitely a big ceiling I'd like to go through. But like for this year, I feel like the trick is to just keep being the best version of me I can be, and stay in tune with myself. And I really feel like I've been doing that pretty well this year. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Okay. So what what's one dream match that you want before it's all said and done?
Oh man, there's a couple of matches that I can think of that I'd be like, man, that would be so cool to do before this is over with. And you know what? One that I always think of is Colby Carino. I don't know why, but I've been telling people for years, like, this is a match that could happen. It's just not happened yet. It's just nobody's
Right.
booked it. Colby will be somewhere. I know he got hurt not too long ago, so I, don't know how busy he'll be able to stay, but he's
Yes.
someone that I've always wanted to have a match with. I always feel like if we could get in there and just have a match, it would be a good one. So that's but that's a dream match, but it's also an attainable match. Like I know I
Right.
could have that
Right.
at some point. So that's not like my like stratospheric dream match. I'm just saying, that's one that I would really like to have soon. As far as a real dream match though, um I'd have to think because is this like a dead or alive question or like one that I could actually have?
Absolutely.
Go
Anyone in
any way you
history.
want to
Yeah.
with it.
Mm. Well, hey, I think me and Kenny Omega would have a good match. That's
Yeah.
just to say it. Will it probably happen? Probably not. But you know what? I'll say it. And I think that I don't know. There's a lot of people with styles like that. I feel like we could tear it
Okay.
down, but that would be cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in 2025, did you not get to make an appearance with TNA?
Yes, I did. I did do that. I've
Yeah.
made a few appearances. I've made a few appearances with TNA, and am very proud to have been able to work with them. That was awesome. And I saw people there that I would love to have matches
Yeah.
with. So that opened my eyes too. Like when you see people like Leon Slater, it's like, oh my gosh, just
Yeah.
let me in. Let me wrestle him right now. you know.
So we've talked about the legacy in the past. Let's look at the legacy going forward.
Mm.
What do you want the golden name to mean for the next generation?
Well, I just want the golden name for the next generation to be one that can be looked up to, one that you can take things from, one that if you see footage of far in the future, you can say, "Hey, man, like, like it's like me talking about the slingshot suplex, like, I want people to be able to look back at something I've done or something my family's done and be like, we should do that now, all these years
Yes.
later." So I just want it to be something that's admired, just something that people can say they were a legendary. The words you use, legendary family, but like Evan was the one that did this thing and that thing, and
Mhm.
maybe we could take something from it. And
Exactly.
yeah, it's just something admirable for sure.
So next weekend you're going to be in Oliver Springs, Tennessee with Elevate Pro Wrestling, and you are going up against Ruthless Robert Blade for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Next Level Championship, which is currently vacant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Was vacated in an ill-fated attempt by Zach Apollyon to cash in on Xander Storm,
Yeah.
and you got a chance at it.
I do.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
You know what? I'm gonna be I know this is what the show's all about, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be completely candid with you. I'm gonna speak from the heart. I'm gonna speak the truth. This is one of those matches that I truly feel could go either way, and that's not that I'm not confident about it. That's not that I've never gone into a match assuming I'm gonna lose it. And as a golden,
Right.
if there's a title on the line, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna do everything I can do to take it. But this is one of those matches I will say that I mean, he's ruthless, man. That's not an understatement. This is gonna be a big match, and you know, like we were talking about with the moves and stuff. I've got things to pull out all the stops, but
Gotcha.
he's a heavy hitter. So I feel like anybody that comes out to see this one, they're gonna be in for a battle for sure. Because I want that. I've been telling people at EPW, Evan Golden's next level. So I want to go out there and prove it. And but I've got a big obstacle and a big challenge there in Robert Blade. He doesn't play around. So
yeah.
No, we saw him last month against Jake Rayner, and those two, they really beat the brakes off each other.
Yeah, they
that's
did.
Right, and that's kind of what I'm expecting. You know, I'm expecting to go in. You know, I go in here and everybody's happy to see me. The crowd, you know, EPW has a wonderful crowd, and I'll go in there and they welcome me with open arms. But this is going to be one of those nights where I'm going to have to really press on the gas and say, I got to get past him.
You're gonna have to crank the afterburners.
Yeah,
I'm gonna crank out the super afterburner for Robert.
He's got a super
He's
afterburner.
So, here's a little wild card round for you.
Yeah.
If you could steal one wrestler's entrance, past, present, whatever, whose would it be?
Shawn Michaels. I feel like if I could get in the ring, I feel like if I could get in the ring and have that pyro go up behind me, and so even when it malfunctions like it would for him, I still would be like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would love to see that. I just want to make it clear that it's a little bit beyond EPW's budget.
Get some confetti for me.
We go into Tennessee, there's a fireworks stand somewhere.
Get some of those party poppers that shoot the streamer with like 5 kids behind him shooting those party poppers. That would be cool. Yeah, we could actually pull that off. Yeah,
we had hardcore match. We went to the Dollar General.
Yeah, but no, I mean that was amazing.
Just get me some confetti cannons or something. We'll try our best.
Oh God. So tell me, what after a show, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Oh no! Don't expose me on the podcast. We got 1 million people watching right now, don't we? Too.
That's it.
Well, you know what? I think. You know what? I'm just gonna say I'll
go straight.
I'll go straight to McDonald's and get a double quarter pounder, man. I mean, and that's not too bad. I mean, honestly, I can think of worse. But if you let me keep on going, I'll eat a whole cookie cake if you let me, man.
This guy can tell you, take me to a Waffle House. I'll show you how to eat.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go to Waffle House and I'll get 2 chocolate chip waffles and I'll eat all of it. So. I'll do it if you let me.
She's with you on this.
Ashley popped it for you. It's McDonald's.
McDonald's we'll see. Like McDonald's is so easy because it's always open. But I'll tell you what, man. I'm usually very ready to eat, and it's always there for me. It never lets me down.
We have we oftentimes, and we get this from a lot of wrestlers, and it's very old school mentality. It's Waffle House or like Denny's or Doc and I, when we leave a show in Ohio, we always stop at IHOP, and we actually know the night shift weekend manager by name. He comes out and takes our order. He's the night shift weekend manager, and he comes out and takes our order and brings our food. Thanks, Marcus.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be back in Ohio soon.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, seriously, like I love that you can. I love IHOP and I love Waffle House. Waffle House is good too, just because like it's got a little bit of everything. If you want something sugary, it's there. Yeah. But then there's a ton of protein too. Yeah. I mean, I love Waffle House for sure.
That's a fact.
We're big steak and egg guys, so both of us, it's steak and eggs and
biscuits and gravy.
So.
Now I gotta go.
Pull the curtain back a little bit and tell us who hits way harder than anyone expects.
KC Kazana, for sure. That's not so much of a surprise, but he lays it in hard. Yeah. So,
well, while we're at it, we want to thank KC for the house.
Yeah.
Don't thank him too much. His head will get too big for his hat.
Yeah, thanks for the house, Casey.
Yeah.
Um, I forgot who we done that for.
Brock's.
Brock's. Yeah, that's
Brock's
right.
Boulder told us to always thank Casey
Thank
for
Casey
the house.
for the house. If you had to describe yourself using only movie titles, what would that be?
Movie titles. Let me think. Fast and Furious. There it is.
Let's see here. What?
And Titanic, because I'm jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise the guns, bro.
There it is. Live on the show.
Yeah.
What's the most chaotic thing that's ever happened to you at a show?
I was hit by an old woman across my back, and it hurt. It hurt, man. I'm serious. I it was one of those nights that didn't like me, but this. Yeah, you got to watch out. These real old women, they act like, they're feeble and frail. She got
Sweet
right
little
up.
grandma.
Oh, yeah, no. She slapped me right across my back, and I felt it the whole match. It was before the match, too. So I was like, dude. And she was mad. So that's funny. That was unexpected.
Look, I know an old lady here local to us, which she may have actually passed by now, but this woman was an old regular Baptist lady, had been all her life, old regular Baptist. And if you know anything about the Baptists, they shake hands a lot.
Yeah.
So you reached, a lot of times you reach to shake an older woman's hand, you're gentle.
Yeah.
Hey, if you were gentle with this lady, she'll break your fingers. I'm telling you, she had a grip that rivals most men.
Yeah. Don't let them fool you.
They'll lay you out if you give them a chance.
All right. I got 10 names here. We're going to read off to you and tell us what you think.
Give us best you can. Give us a one word.
You can,
the first word that comes to mind.
All right.
Go ahead and start us off.
All right. Number 1, Charlie Craig.
A-hole.
Brutus.
Strong.
Scarlet Fox.
Mischievous. You saw what she was doing. She got the ring at record. She let her in the ring.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Xander Storm.
Egotistical.
Hmm.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
the Neon Enigma.
Unique. Very unique.
That's a word to describe it.
Go ahead, Doc.
Ruthless Robert Blade.
I'm gonna, this is a stupid answer. Ruthless, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
it's in his name.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. In the quotation marks, big letters. I see it.
Yep.
Kerry Morton.
Wild.
Yeah.
Zach Apollyon.
Determined. Yes.
Determined.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
The guiding light, Michael Gabriel.
Oh my gosh! What's a word that means out of this world?
You the excellent elocution, give it to him.
Out of this world.
What is he? He's stratospheric. He's like.
It's not one word, but I always say if Charles Manson and Jim Jones had a baby, it'd be Michael Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shines. That's my word.
He shines.
Yeah.
And finally, Andrew Thomas.
I think, is there a word that means indescribable?
Indescribable.
Enigmatic. Yeah.
There it is. That's the perfect word for it. Old Andrew. I think enigmatic.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got
so Evan Golden, the golden child. We've talked about your family. We've talked about your goals for this year. and going forward, what kind of legacy you want to leave behind to a point. What do you want to say directly to the EPW fans right now?
Oh, easy. Right now, I want to say to the fans of EPW, thank you, because when I first got to EPW, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know when I first walked out for my debut for the company if people would be happy to see me. And when I walked out there to have my first match for EPW, not only was Oliver Springs just an awesome crowd, but the EPW fans, they were so gracious. They were so welcoming. They had me in there with open arms. So all I want to say is thank you, because I feel like it's been a great run, and it's because of them. Like, I can go out there and have a great match or whatever, but like, it's not without them. And so I just want to say thank you, because if all of them weren't there at the show, then everything we've talked about really wouldn't be happening. No energy, no nothing. So I can't thank them enough, and they're a wonderful group of fan base there. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Somewhere out there, maybe watching tonight, maybe at a show in the past, at a show coming up.
Yeah.
There's this young kid, young man, young woman that sees you, and he says, I want to be like him. I want to be like Evan Golden, the Golden Child. What do you say to him?
You know what? I'll tell them to I'll say, don't be afraid to be different and be yourself, and everything will be okay, because that's all I am. So if anybody out there wants to be anything like me, that's exactly what I tell them. Just don't be afraid to be yourself. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand out, and just that's all you can do. And I hope that they listen. There's nothing worse than someone trying to be something that they're not.
So we had just a couple minutes ago, we had Shelby Cinnamon said, Evan Golden, one of my favorite wrestlers. I watched all his family wrestle. Think maybe he's outdoing all of them. His smile is great.
Wow.
Also, just now, Margaret Breeden said my favorite.
Yeah.
So
Thank
you have a ton of fans out there.
Yeah.
And obviously the Elevate Pro Wrestling fandom, particularly the Oliver Springs fandom, love you. But we want to make sure that they know where they can reach you. So how can people follow you, support you, and keep up with your journey in the wrestling world?
Yeah, I'm glad you're bringing that up, because I'm very, very active on social media. And, all these people that have been kind enough to, talk to me at the shows, I hope that they, find me on, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Evan Golden. I'm on TikTok as well. I post TikToks from time to time, so you can go on there as well. And I'm on everything Evan Golden. Just look me up, and you'll see me. I like to post pictures of me wrestling. A lot of times, if fans have bought a shirt of mine, if you post you wearing it, I'll tag you and put it on my story, because I love when people buy my shirts and wear them. So, you definitely look me up on Instagram and Facebook. That is where I spend most of my time on social media. And speaking of the shirts, I'm also on Pro Wrestling Tees, Evan Golden, and that's where you can get my merchandise and stuff. But yeah, seriously, that thank you all EPW fans for being awesome.
We should put a link in for his Pro Wrestling Tees on the website.
Yeah, shoot me a link to your Pro Wrestling Tees, and we'll get it up somewhere.
Get it on the EPW website.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Seriously, I think we've got some. I think we've got some good designs up, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Seriously.
Absolutely.
So.
Go ahead,
Evan. It's been wonderful having you. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Of course.
We're gonna tie this thing down. We're gonna just touch a couple of coming events, and then we're gonna call it a night. Appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts joining us.
Absolutely.
Oh, seriously, the pleasure is all mine, and thank you guys for making time to have me on. I'll be back too. This is just the beginning. I will return.
Just remember one thing.
Yeah.
Make sure when you go, turn the camera off before you start cussing us.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Just
Turn-
saying. I
turn-
mean, if you learned anything,
Yeah.
No, I have no
Oh, absolutely.
complaints. I'm gonna be talking about how much fun I have.
see,
Yeah.
maybe some people can
Yeah,
learn.
well, some people are, not as understanding,
Yeah.
maybe, and definitely not as deserving.
Yeah.
So
It's a fact. But no,
Don't
we
hold
appreciate
back.
you very much.
hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Take care
Of
now.
course, guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Wow, that was awesome.
That was great. Had a great time with him. Great young man. Got a great future ahead of him. Can't wait to see him
without a
next week
doubt.
down in Oliver Springs.
Speaking of,
Elevate Pro Wrestling Shockwave coming up this week. Well, no, next
not
weekend.
this weekend, next weekend. Yeah.
No, tomorrow we're doing something else.
Right. Tomorrow we're busy.
Yeah.
DJ ALX come
Yeah,
through.
DJ ALX. He like Waylon Jennings. You know.
Yeah. Well, he needs to do something about that hair.
Well, he is. He's wearing it.
He looked like you say he's like Waylon Jennings, but he looks like buckwheat.
Don't look like buckwheat.
Wookin' Penub and all the one patty. Wookin' Penub.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. EPW Shockwave, April 25th, 2026, Tri-County DAV, Chapter 26 in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7, $10 general admission. Kids under 3 get in free.
And the card is set.
Yeah, the card is set.
We'll go down the list of the matches, no particular order. Starting out with the guiding light, Michael Gabriel going one-on-one against Davin Belcher. That one's going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, that will be extremely interesting match.
Belcher, powerhouse, Michael Gabriel, little on the loopy side.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next match, Andrew Thomas, the best of the best, with Valeska going up against Blade Gibson. I got to put my money on Andrew Thomas in that.
Yeah,
He's been on the road.
I'm going to put my money on Andrew Thomas there too. I mean, not that I have anything against Blade Gibson, but Andrew Thomas has been on a streak.
He has been on a tear.
And this is just rumor mill stuff, but I have been hearing out of Mr. Moore's office that Andrew Thomas may be looking at a title hunt in his very near future.
Well, he is currently, if I'm not mistaken, the number one contender to Xander Storm's heavyweight championship. If I remember correctly. Now, I may be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I wasn't.
Yeah. I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong.
And this one here, I don't know how I'm. The 5-Star Mafia, the American Spartan, Zach Apollyon, and the Hammer Jake Rayner with Mr. 5-Star Charlie Craig versus Grappling Inc., Brox Boulder, and Titan Troy. It still has a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that one leaves a.
I need something in a mason jar to wash the taste out of my mouth after saying that. But I'm going to tell you something. And I know it's going to sound mean, and it's no disrespect to the Hammer Jake Rayner, but I think Brox Boulder and Titan Troy going to carry.
Yeah, and it's nothing against Jake Rayner. I agree.
It's a company he's keeping.
Right. Look, I mean, we can sit here and discuss whether or not it is Jake Rayner's fault that he's in that position. Well, and on the one hand it is, and on the one hand it isn't.
Nobody told him to do it.
Right. But also, I fully believe if there hadn't have been some, shall we say, shenanigans, that he wouldn't be in that situation.
You calling shenanigans?
I'm calling shenanigans. Next match on the list, though, is one that we already mentioned. The EPW Next Level Championship will be on the line when Evan Golden, the Golden Child, faces ruthless Robert Blade.
That's right. That match is going to happen for the vacated Elevate Pro Wrestling Next Level Championship. So we will decide a champion that night. And in the next match, the Elevate Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, as the newly crowned Tag Team Champions, the Lethal Society, the Beast of Brutality Brutus, and the Vision Xander Storm take on the former Tag Team Champions, the Demon Baby Nakeem the Dream and Larger Than Life Ethan Higher.
Higher Dreams invoking their rematch clause quickly.
Wait a minute. Well, look what decided to show up. Skyven.
Oh, Jesus.
What you mean, shenanigans? You know what? Go away, kid. You bother me.
I'm surprised you figured out how to spell shenanigans.
He probably copy and pasted it off of Google.
Yeah, out the Google.
Didn't you mean?
Yeah. Anthony Golden said Evan Golden is the man.
Evan Golden is the man.
I wonder if that's in family.
Probably coincidence.
Yeah, mere coincidence.
Mere coincidence.
But then we also have the EPW Women's Championship will be on the line. The hardcore heartbreaker Nikki Wild, the EPW Women's Champion, will be facing finally one-on-one Brooklyn Ray.
Tell me your thoughts on that one.
Honest to goodness, I'm surprised you guys don't know how to ring a bell for a match.
Let me tell you something, son. You want me to ring a bell? Step up. I'll ring your bell.
Yeah. You know my.
That's right. That's a face you're going to make right there.
Well, I mean, you know, happens. At least that's what Forrest Gump said.
Then it goes away.
Yeah. You can wipe it off on a t-shirt. If it gets splashed on, you could just pick Skyven up and wipe it off on him.
Kind of like what Jay Craner did, throwed him over his shoulder and
packed him out like a sack of potato. As far as that women's title match goes, I know that Brooklyn came away with the win versus the Undead Lunatics.
So scary.
Yeah.
Damn right you are.
Yeah.
You scare the paint off a damn new car.
Yeah. I just don't think that the Undead Lunatics are done with her yet.
I hope
so. I just don't think they're done with her.
With that bunch, it's hard to tell.
I mean, you never know what they're going to do. And let's be honest, I do believe that the Neon Enigma is eyeing that title. Now,
you know she is. I mean,
who would she rather face? Nikki Wild, Brooklyn Ray. So you tell me, which way is that going to go?
Got to go with the champ on this one. The hardcore heartbreaker walks out.
Just to be different, I'll put my money on Brooklyn Ray.
Understandable. But that is going to be a great night of action.
Absolutely.
Oliver Springs, Tennessee. Elevate Pro Wrestling Shockwave returning the 25th. I look forward to it. I really and honestly do. Going to be a great night.
Yeah. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think my hat's cooler than Skyven's.
You mean his Johnny Depp look-alike hat?
Yeah. Yep.
And his Johnny Depp wig that he wears with it?
Yep. I think that's a much better piece of headgear right here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean.
Of course, it's also a much better looking head. So. Don't stretch my hat out.
I just want to see what it looked like on me if it make my head look better.
Looks like 10-pound, a 9-pound bag. Oh, Timu
Paul Blart.
I didn't care much for that movie. It was all right, but
what do you say here?
I mean,
I say Nikki because even I think
who even likes Brooklyn? Okay. Well,
everybody.
I mean, everybody, considering she won Female of the Year. by a landslide, might I add.
Skyvin's mad
Yeah,
because he didn't win
he
female of the
didn't
year.
win female of the year. I get it.
I understand. I mean, hey man, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah. It's 2026, bro. You can put your name in the running for that this year at the end of the year.
Maybe somebody nominate you.
Yeah, you can nominate yourself if that's what you
Timu
want to do.
Paul Blart.
Yeah, I seen that.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, my hat and my head still look better than his.
Yeah,
just saying. Yeah. You want to?
I think it's time we say some howdies and thank yous to our friends.
Absolutely.
Starting out with our friends down at Tri-County DAV. We're going to be back there, like I said, October on. I feel like you'll beat me. Well, he feels right about something.
Hey, he got one right tonight.
Write that down for him. But yeah, our friends out at Tri-County DAV, we're going to be back down there this weekend coming on the 25th of April for Elevate Pro Wrestling Shockwave. Get in touch with those guys down there. Morgan and his crew, they do a great job for the community, not just for veterans, but for everybody that needs something. The DAV is a place to go.
Yeah. If they can't help you personally, there's someone there that can point you in the right direction.
That's fact.
So always reach out to them, and those folks, they deserve all the support they can get.
Indeed. And also our friends out at Time Warp in Ashland, Kentucky on 16th Street, and at the kiosk store down at the Ashland Town Center Mall. Got to thank Earl and his gang for being such great people, bringing the stars in to the Eastern Kentucky area. They do such a great job. And what has he said now? Hey, at least you agree that
for the women's award next year, and you sounded confident. So you see what he done there was he tricked you
into agreeing with
him. Yeah.
You know,
he really should leave the top talking to Charlie Craig.
Charlie Craig does do a better job.
Just saying.
I mean, I
caught you.
Son, you couldn't catch me if your best day depended on it. Trust me, always one step ahead of you.
I would rather him catch me just so I don't have to chase him. Anyway, go on.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
Our good friends out at Walk-In Time, 1626 6th Avenue in Charleston, West Virginia. You got to thank JR and his gang down at Walk-In Time. They do a great job. They got such a great selection out at the store. Old wrestling memorabilia, toys, autographs, things like that. Things that you and I wished we'd have held on to. We'd have had some money.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you now.
You know what? We should actually extend an invitation.
Who are we going to extend an invitation?
Extend an invitation to Skyven to actually come on the show and spend a little time with us, because I'm not sure what his future is.
Well, his future, you remember me telling you and all the fans of Cussin and Discussin the other weekend when we had the event with Professor Bear and Samp.
Yeah.
That we captured those titles.
Mm-hmm.
His future's like old Yellers.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Arliss and Travis loved that dog.
Are you saying that at some point Charlie Craig and or Zach Apollyon are going to put him down?
If they don't, I sure will.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Tell you what. You're right. We should. Skyven, you want to do a little cussing and discussing?
Let us know when.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
We'll
make it
We'll
work.
figure something out to make that work.
If that was an invitation I heard, I will be more than glad. Yeah, that was an
I
invitation.
know you'd be more than glad.
Yeah.
It's the only podcaster that have you.
Well,
did I say that out loud? And I do want to say a big thank you to our friends.
When the world's on fire.
That's a fact. Out at Aftermath Pro, up in Cold Grove, Ohio, they do grease lighting is going there. Grease lighting is going down. I'm confused.
I am too.
I'll be done.
Elucidate.
That means
Trista, elucidate.
Explain to us what you mean.
Is she calling skiving grease lightning, or is it?
Could call him grease lightning. They had to pack him out over Jake Rayner's shoulder.
Well, yeah.
The only thing moving fast that night was the lights in his head.
That's true.
They went off real fast.
That is absolutely factual.
Skiving.
Yeah. I figured it out after I said it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Trista.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah. Grease light. That's like that little Ryan boy that I worked with that we called Nanny Goat. And I still don't have a clue why
we called him.
Why we called him Nanny Goat. I'm not sure. I don't even think he knew. Anyway, Aftermath Pro.
Aftermath Pro, great bunch of people. Love Brock's Boulder and his gang out there. Bobby Blaze doing a great job getting that started. They're going to have their first show on May 2nd up at Cox Landing United Methodist Church. I want to say I'm correct, in Lesage, West Virginia.
Yep.
I think the show starts at 7 p.m. Anyone lose a person off the corner from Red Roof Inn?
Wait, a person? Are you saying you're going to jump off the roof of the Red Roof Inn?
This ain't one of them things. It's one of them that they need to call in one of them people.
Call that. What is
talk him down.
What is it? 899 or I don't
411. No, that's information.
That's information.
811.
811's where to dig.
Yeah, that's called before you dig.
Yeah.
911. No, that's the emergency number.
Yeah. What we're looking for. What? Who are you again?
Who's he talking to? Is he talking?
I think he's talking to Trista. I'm pretty sure he's talking to Trista.
He's confusing me, and it's throwing me off of my subject matter down. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead with Aftermath Pro.
Aftermath Pro, like I said, they're going to have their first show coming up May 2nd. I think that show starts at 7 p.m. at the church. Bring your own chairs. It's going to be a great night that taking place. I'm going to get through Aftermath Pro before I acknowledge his presence.
Go ahead.
And again, if you need to get into wrestling training school, Aftermath Pro is your place to be.
Absolutely.
In the greater tri-state area, Ashland, Kentucky, Ironton, Ohio, Huntington, West Virginia. You know, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. I mean, they will teach everything.
There may be other options, but none of them are any better.
That's a fact. And let's do it. Who are you again? Who is that Trista person again? Also, Mike and Walter, I can come on anytime you want me to. I can even come on right now. Next week in a month, I don't care. Well, we ain't booking you for all three.
No.
You ain't getting 3 shows out of us.
One of us will reach out to you. Let's try that for next week.
Yeah, let's look at next week, possibly Thursday or Friday.
Let's see, we do not have Skiving. No, Skiving's on the Skiving is not on the card next week.
No, because he's hurt.
He's touched. It's okay.
He's ticked.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Harris Home and Lawn Service of Paintsville, Kentucky. You can check them out on Facebook at Harris Home and Lawn Service. They do all kinds of work around the home, inside, outside. Check them out if you need any work done. Right now, big time for people getting into landscaping and lawn care. So definitely check them out. Also, a shout out to Stevens Handyman Service. You can check them out at Stevens Handyman Service on Facebook. They do mostly indoor handyman services as far as plumbing, drywall, paint, electrical, flooring, all that kind of stuff. Check them out.
Done some bathroom work for my sister here recently.
She did a fantastic job on that. I seen that shower. That was fantastic. So definitely do good work there.
I've developed an injury and a torn meniscus. You can make it public now.
Okay, so you heard it.
He's got a bum leg. You know who I am, Fonzo. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Stop the chisels. Fonzo.
You know who I am, Fonzo.
Fonzo?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I was gonna say maybe Fonzie. You know, hey. I want to see him jump that shark on that motorcycle. I mean to him. I can't help it. It's in my blood.
I'd like to also give a big shout out to our friends Bob and John over at the Indie Wrestling Experience, IWX. Check them out on social media platforms everywhere.
I'm just gonna pop this.
Yeah. Trista, how you doing? Trista getting a shout out from Sissy Klein Jenkins.
That's it.
Hey, even our fans get shout outs on here.
Yeah.
So
we're a happening place to be. Yeah. And this is why I tell people subscribe, share, spread the word.
Yeah. Get all your friends and family in here. We would love to have them.
That's it.
Check out Bob and John at IWX on social media platforms everywhere. They have put countless hours of their own time, their own money into checking out independent wrestling the world over. Mm-hmm. And they'll tell you all about it. They highlight independent wrestling all over. And the same can be said for our friends at the Wrestling Society Network. Love you all. Brady, Brox, Bear, Amy, everybody over there that puts in all the effort. Mikey V, Samp. So yeah, check them out. Website, thewrestlingsocietynetwork.com, on Facebook at Wrestling Society Network. Check them out on Amazon, Apple TV, Roku. Their standalone app is still on the way. They have not canceled that or stopped that.
It's just happening.
Just working out the bugs. And that happens with a new app. So no need to.
He ain't done.
No, now we got the person on the corner of Red Roof Inn and the old ass fish from SpongeBob.
Hey, now, come on. He being a mean little shit.
Which old fish from SpongeBob? Is he talking about the old man with the walker?
Or is he talking about Mrs. Puff?
Could be Mrs. Puff too, I guess. Because she is.
You know what?
Yeah.
He gonna mess around, and we just not gonna bring him. You need to be nice.
Just gonna block him.
You need to be nice, and we'll introduce you to John D. Crazy Hillbilly.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
That would be
fun.
Hey, we might get John D. on here next. If Skyvin ain't nice, we might just get John D.
Yeah.
We do need to get John D.
We do need to get John D. Yeah.
We do.
We need to get John D in an EPW ring too.
That's fact. How we gonna get him down here? He'd have to leave a month and a half to get down to Tennessee.
I mean, we might have to drive 3 hours to pick him up. I don't know. Well, he could meet us at the top of the mountain.
Tell you what he can do. He could walk over to Ironton.
Yeah.
Let Brox grab him.
And then ride down with
Brox.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure Brox let him ride the back of the truck.
Talking about the old one, because you guys both together side by side look like Mrs. Puff.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. You know, I get that.
It's okay.
Mrs. Puff was fat, and we're only half as fat as Mrs. Puff.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Your mama still loves us.
Yeah. And the T-shirt says it. So I mean,
Yeah,
it must be
it's on
true.
the shirt. I mean, might not be your daddy's favorite podcast, but your mama sure does love us.
Oh, believe me, she loves us.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, final shout out to my wonderful wife, Sheena Dixon, at Sheena Dixon Photography. Check her out on Facebook at Sheena Dixon Photography for all your photography needs. Family photos, prom, homecoming, graduations. If you're doing family reunions or weddings or anything of the nature, she does pictures for almost everything. So check her out over there.
I didn't have to cover my mouth that time.
No,
We done good.
yeah, done good.
Finally got through it. Episode 90, getting ready to count down 10 to 100.
10 to 100.
And we're going to start it out with number 10.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We'll try to make that happen. I wonder who else we can get. Who can we get for episode 100? That could be interesting. If you all have any ideas out there who you'd like to see,
drop a line, drop a comment, who you want to see in an interview for episode 100. You know, that trusted person reminds me of a penny, two-faced and not worth much.
Actually,
Penny only has one face.
And pennies are actually worth quite a lot right now because they don't make them anymore, and the price is only going to go up, baby.
Yeah.
You know, my mama, God rest her soul, was a avid coin collector, and she sold a penny on eBay for $100.
Caitlin, shut your face.
You tell him, Caitlin.
Get him.
He's 6 at kill. Might let Caitlin have a hold of him.
Yeah, that's all it would take.
She beat the brakes off that gun.
She beat him like he owed her money.
Probably does. He owes everybody
he
money.
probably does. Yeah.
I mean,
he owes
I
me
hear
for
tell.
As many times as I've wished I didn't have to see him, he owes me for a ticket, and I've never bought one.
Yeah.
Do you shut your mouth?
Oh God, he's still gonna fight. Yes, my brother has me trained well.
I believe that.
Don't doubt it a bit.
Not
Don't doubt it a bit at all.
Oh, well, Doc.
You know what time it is.
I think it's time to piss on the fire and call the dogs.
I think you are right. We got a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
We do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So until next week, until next time, I think we all know who would win in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm going with Caitlin on this.
I am too.
My money's on Caitlin. Maybe we can get that. Well, he's bum-legged right now, so you couldn't whoop on him. That'd be
one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, proverbially
one. Yeah, and he'd be the one contested to getting his kick.
Yeah,
but Skyvin, oh boo,
hoo.
It's all right, Skyvin. You don't gotta cry.
Yeah, don't need to cry, Bubby.
Hey,
it's okay.
For the excellence of elocution, Walter Dixon, I'm the doctor of professional wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD, saying to you until next time, so long from the Bluegrass State.